It's Nadine here from Hope for Our Children, and I'm having a lovely chat with Karen Bartlett. She's our counsellor that we use for Hope for Our Children for families that are fostering, have children in their care with trauma histories. And this was just a really nice time that we could get together and have a chat and get to know Karen a bit more so that people can know who's on our team with Hope for Our Children. So, Karen, how about you start off by telling us about yourself?
Well, I guess the first thing that I should say is that I go for the Broncos. I've been married for 43 years, and I have 2 children and 9 grandchildren, and they are my world. And I have a beautiful puppy that I adore as well.
Okay, lovely.
And I love motorbikes.
Oh yes, that's a must, especially with all those grandchildren.
Yes.
What is it about you that drew you to counselling?
I guess initially it was just I saw so many families in strife, and I didn't know how to help, and so I went and I did a degree in counselling first, and then a grad dip in counselling, and then a master's in counselling. So that way, and just over the 20 years of the last experience that I've had, I've been able to work with families and help them, get a bit of quality of life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just a case of brainstorming together. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So you've mentioned briefly about having experience working with families. So do you want to share a little bit about some experiences that you've had, or the time that you've had, and the age ranges of children that you've worked with and adults?
Sure. So for the last 20 years, I've been the main counsellor at Fresh Hope, and I've worked with children from 4 or 5 up right through to parents and families, and then their families as well, their extended families, and just help repair the damage that's been done. Before that, I was involved in a lot of marriage counselling. So yeah, it's over 20 years of counselling experience.
That's amazing. So in your opinion and perspective of your experience, how important do you think it is for families with children with trauma in them to have the ability to go to counselling?
Oh, I think that it takes a whole village to raise a child. So I think that everyone needs help and ideas. And one of the biggest things is understanding. So sometimes we can take it personal, and so sometimes understanding where the child's coming from can help us not be so hurt at times and stuff like that. And also, brainstorming some strategies of what works and what doesn't work, because each child is different.
Yeah. So obviously you would work a lot with attachment theories and
very much
like that.
Yeah.
So what are the different approaches that you use in your counselling?
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I do use a bit of narrative therapy, especially with children. I find narrative therapy with children really helps them externalize the problem of what they have. So instead of, like I was working with some children today, and, this child had been very anxious. So instead of saying, how long have you been anxious? I said, do you remember a time when anxious wasn't a part of your life? Or questions like, does anxious come to you very often?
Yeah.
So that they can understand that sometimes anger can come and try and trick us instead of saying I'm an angry person, because we're not. It's not who we're made up of. So we call that externalizing it, and I find that really valuable.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Okay. And
having said that, I would not call myself a narrative therapy therapist. because I
Okay.
use a lot of the different therapies, but I find with children there are many aspects of narrative therapy that are really
Yeah.
valuable.
Yeah. And we've talked before about, you know, children going to school and when they struggle with going to school and giving them
Yes.
that little toy that they
Yeah.
can, that they can do that to
Yeah.
help keep them calm. Yeah, and the different strategies, which are really lovely. So you
Yeah.
don't just counsel children though, do you? You also counsel parents and
No, I think that it's really important to help the parents understand what's happening and the other children in the family as well. I mean, it's a whole family situation. It's not just mum has decided to be a foster parent, it's the whole family. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, so at the moment with Hope for Our Children, we partner with you. You've got your own counselling business. Do you want
Yes.
to tell us what it's called and where it is?
Well, I have a counselling room at Highfields,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called Christian Wholeness Ministry,
Mm-hmm.
and it comes under the banner of the Highfields Church of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
However, we certainly don't force our values on other
Yeah.
people. So we
Yeah.
work with people from all different walks of life. And so that's at Highfields,
Mm-hmm.
and I have an office there, so it's really good.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So what we do is we help with any carers that we have contact with or families, like you said, that want to have access to counselling, and we can pass them on to you. And it's a really nice relationship. And I've even come and seen you, and the kids have come and seen you, so which is really lovely. We encourage everyone to come and see you when there's things to talk about, and even
Thank
just for
you.
a play, which is so nice. Yeah, it's a really lovely
Yeah,
visit.
yeah.
So yeah, so is there anything else that you want to share before we close off?
I guess it's really important that people understand that it is confidential. There are really strict guidelines around that, and even with report writing and things like that, it's very minimal so that it's a safe place, is what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's wonderful. Excellent. Well, thanks for spending the time tonight.
that's all right. Thank you.
Listening to me and being able to do this recording, and yeah, and we'll pop this up soon so people can see it. All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Karen.
Bye.